YouTube, Siegfried Lane here with a gacha game comparison video. And today we're going to compare the three gacha games I play, Dokkan, Legends, and Seven Deadly Sins. We are only comparing the gacha system in the games. We're not comparing the game's levels of like enjoyment because that's opinion-wise. We're only going to be doing what is the actual gacha system like. That's it. So with that said, we're going to be comparing on two different attributes, percentage of pulling a unit plus free currency a month, okay? And then in that, we'll have a couple different categories. So the first thing is how many summons is required per multi. So if you take a look at our summons, for Dragon Ball Dokkan, you need 50. For Legends, you need 1,000, and for Seven Deadly Sins, you need 30. So those are pretty flat out numbers. And the next thing we gotta take a look at is percentage chances. So if we take a look at our percentage chances here, you'll see that in Dokkan, you have a 5% chance to pull a featured character. Now we're only going for the actual specific character. We're not going for any character. So we're talking about new character rates only, which puts that at 5% divided by 8, which is 0.625% chance. So a little over 0.5% chance to pull the new unit. So for example, if you want the transforming Super Saiyan 2 Goku Angel, you had about 0.625% chance to pull him. And since that's what people usually go for, that's what we're counting in today's video. In Legends, you have a 1% chance, but Legends adds in 2 new characters, so we're going to say 2% chance. And then in Seven Deadly Sins, it's 0.5%. Usually there's only 1, sometimes 2, but we're going to keep it at what you're guaranteed, that's 1. So that's a 0.5% chance. So as you can see there, Legends is kind of pulling ahead with that 2% chance to pull a new unit. Although there is a downside that you usually want to pull both units and you'll go a little hard trying to get both those units. So that number does kind of change and something to keep aware of. Now, that's the easy part. Now it's time to get into the actual how many stones do you get per week, because this is more of a free-to-play friendly gacha game. Which one is more free-to-play friendly? Sorry. Which system is more free-to-play friendly? That's what I want to say. So we're going to go to pop up my notes here. And we're going to start at the very top. As you can see here, the amount of stones required in Dokkan is 50, Legends 1,000, and again, Seven Legends is 30. Now in Dokkan, you get 7 stones a week for the login bonus, because there's usually a login bonus that's going to give you a stone a week. You get 70 stones a week in Legends, and you get 6 stones a week in Seven Deadly Sins, because there are 2 days a week where you'll get 3 stones each, so a total of 6. Daily missions. In daily missions, Dokkan usually has 1 mission a day, plus the 2 on the weekend, giving you a total of 9. Legends has 245 a week because it's 35 a day for doing the daily missions. And Seven Deadly Sins usually is 28 a week because you get 1 for PvP, 1 for doing a free stage, and 2 for the event. 4 a day. So right there, you've got a pretty good amount of stone. That's a pretty good amount, honestly, in Seven Deadly Sins. Seven Deadly Sins is pulling it pretty well right there in how many free currency they give you. But again, you have to remember that they do also have the lowest percent chance to get a new unit. Now we're going to take a look at the other ways you get stones per month. In Dokkan, you have the Ultimate Clash, which is 21 a month. I really think they need to make that. They need to change Ultimate Clash so that it's weekly, not monthly. PvP missions and the Ultimate Time Space Rush is 800 every 2 weeks. And getting to gold rank in PvP on Seven Deadly Sins is 26 stones a week, 26 diamonds a week. Now, getting to gold rank in PvP on Seven Deadly Sins is definitely way easier than completing all the PvP missions and Legends. I just want to put that out there. So at the end, if you take a look at the monthly, you have, the 7 stones a week, giving you a total of 28 stones a month for login bonus and Dokkan. The 9 stones a week, giving you a total of 36 a month for the daily missions and Dokkan. And then the 21 from the Ultimate Clash, giving you a total of 85 stones out of 50. So you get 1 multi a month in Dokkan. That's really bad. That is not free-to-play friendly. I'm just going to say that right there. Now, I do want to add in that Dokkan does have a lot of other ways to give free stones. They do tend to throw in, I think, more events that give free stones, and they update those events a lot more often. So Dokkan definitely does give more stones, but we're going by what is guaranteed and what you can see, and when you look at that, it doesn't look really good. Legends. Legends gives you a total of 70 stones a week for login bonus, which is a total of 280 per month. 245 a week for daily missions, which is a total of 980 per month. And then, of course, between the PvP missions and the Ultra Time Space Rush, which is 800 every 2 weeks, a total of 1600 every month. Meaning that in Legends, you're going to get a total of 2860 stones a month, which is 2 multis, almost 3 multis, but not quite 3. Now in 7 Deadly Sins, we come over here, we see that you get 6 stones a week, giving you a total of 24 a month, 28 from daily missions, giving you a total of 112, and then 26 from the PvP gold rate, giving you 104, which gives you 240 out of 30. Now, this gives you a total of 8 multi-summons, which is definitely by far better than the other two. Now again, looking at the featured character percent chance, you give that 5 to 6.25, 0.5 to 0.625% chance in Dokkan, the 2% chance in Legends, I'll give you these numbers real quick, and the half a percent chance in 7 Deadly Sins. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take a look at the math. We're going to take the amount of draws you can get, and then we're going to multiply that by the percent. So if you take a look at Dokkan, you're going to get that one draw at a 0.5 to 0.625% chance. It doesn't change anything there. Legends, however, you are going to get the double draw at 2%, giving you a 4% chance to draw the new unit, which is actually pretty good. But then, as you can see, even though 7 Deadly Sins only has that 0.5% chance, being as they get the 8 multi-summons, they have the exact same percent chance to pull that new featured unit. So as you see right here, we kind of have a tie between both of the systems. So now we got to go down to our tiebreaker, which is going to add in the extra PvP you can do to get more free stones. So if we take a look at the first tiebreaker, the PvP rewards list in Legends for hitting the top 10,000. I'm not doing the top for first person, but the top 10,000 is 1,000 stones. That means that you can get, if you're in the top 10,000, you can get a total of 2,000 stones a month, which is an extra 2 chances, which is an extra 4%, which gives you an end total of 8% chance to pull the multi-summon. An 8% chance to pull a new unit. If we take a look at 7 Deadly Sins, you can get a total of 60 stones a week by hitting champion rank 1, which is possible, isn't too hard. You will hit a lot more pay-to-win players there, but I would definitely say getting to champion 1 in 7 Deadly Sins is a if you want to add in the top 10,000 in Legends, you have to add in the top rank in 7 Deadly Sins. So that's 60 stones a week, which is going to give you a total of 240 a month, which is going to give you another 8 multis, which is going to give you another 4% chance, which is going to end up tying at 8% chance. So the Gacha system chance is the exact same. So it might seem difficult to decide who wins here, but again, this is opinion based. In my opinion, 7 Deadly Sins wins here because you keep the exact same percent chance as you do in Legends. But in Legends, if you're the top 10,000 in PvP, you're going to get a total of 4 multi-summons. While in 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross, you're going to get 16. 16. And that means that there is a higher chance to pull the unit sooner and save those stones for a different banner. And then the other thing that we want to talk about is the difficulty of the PvP. Hitting top 10,000 in Legends can be extremely difficult. And even if it's easy for you, it doesn't mean it's easy for everybody. So before you post in the comments, oh, I hit top 10,000 all the time, it's really super easy, blah, 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 blah. Okay, for you it is. Not for everybody. I get more annoyed in Legends because I hit a lot of people who cheat and lag. The fight will be going fine, and all of a sudden, they're lagging like crazy, and my moves are way delayed. Or you have the Rising Rush system, where you get Rising Rush twice, and you're like, oh great, I lost because Rising Rush. There's a lot of things in Legends that just make the PvP, I think, overly difficult and not fun for me. I don't enjoy PvP at all. And I have hit top 10,000 several times. But at this point in time, I've stopped trying because I don't enjoy it. It angers me, it stresses me out, it's not fun. The 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross, however, while it can be frustrating when you get somebody who is way higher paid, when someone who's a lot more paid to win than you are, that can be frustrating. But because you're not gonna really be based off, a percentage of where you are in the player base, it's not as bad. The other thing is that in Seven Deadly Sins, when you hit a tier, you are there definitely. So if you hit champion tier, that means that you are insured 50 stones a week as long as you are logging in. And then if you get up to champion 1, there's that extra 10. But you're at least going to get insured that 50 stones a week. Unlike Legends, where maybe you'll get that 1,000 week that first, 2 weeks, and the next 2 weeks you don't. You are insured 50 stones, and I like that. Um, so definitely the PvP in Seven Deadly Sins and the reward there definitely trumps Legends. The other thing is that you get a free SSR ticket every week in Seven Deadly Sins. This means that you are going to at least get an SSR unit once a week, which is going to help free-to-play players build up a team for PvP. And because, the only thing that pulling a dupe does is technically increase your super attack power, increasing the overall strength of the unit is not defined by pay to win. So in Legends and in Dokkan, where getting the unit allows you to make your unit stronger, Legends more importantly, because that has a massive effect in the gameplay. A 7-starred fusion team versus a 3-starred fusion team, the 7-star is going to tear them up. That does not exist in Grand Cross. The ultimate, buffing up their ultimate and super attack does, but that isn't as impactful as Legends, in my opinion. And the last thing is you can still technically get an extra 3 diamonds a day via the ads, when you do the ads and the Fort Solgris or whatever. So you could, if you're lucky, get 7 to 21 diamonds a week, if you're lucky. So, in my opinion, guys, I definitely think that our winner is Seven Deadly Sins Grand Cross, because it allows you to summon more often. It is more enjoyable to summon more often, and you feel like at least you got more chances to get the unit. In the end, you're going to get 88 units in Grand Cross versus the 40 units in Legends. Oh, sorry, no, 20 units in Legends. And if you go into PvP, you're going to be getting, like 171 units versus the 40 units. And that 171 units, again, makes a big difference when you look at the coin shop here and realize that, hey, I might pull enough gold coins to pick up this, this Arthur or this Hauser or this Jericho, which are all really top tier units, or get enough platinum units to pick up this Gother, which is top tier. Okay, so definitely, I definitely would say that in the end, for a free to play player, Seven Deadly Sins Grand Cross has a much better gacha system, and I would love to see Legends transition more into that kind of system. I feel currently Legends is going down more and more and more. Um, they give, like all 3 games give out events that give more currency, but the only game that's giving a high amount of regular currency for summoning is Seven Deadly Sins. And while Dokkan does have that guaranteed SSR in their multi, that guaranteed SSR should emphasize does not increase the featured unit rate. See, featured unit rate 5% chance. Featured unit rate 5% chance. So your chance to pull the featured unit is not increased. Your chance to pull garbage, however, is increased. So, guys, that's going to be about the end of this video. I hope you guys found it informative. If you're looking at which game you want to probably invest more time in, if you're a free-to-play player and you're playing 3 games and want to know which one you should invest time in, I would definitely say Seven Deadly Sins Grand Cross by far. If you're pay to win, I definitely feel like Dokkan is a really fun game to play. I currently, of all 3 games I play, Seven Deadly Sins is my favorite now, followed by Dokkan, and Legends is really quickly falling down. I'm gonna see what happens after the 2nd year anniversary, and whether or not I keep doing Legends content is gonna be highly based off how this next anniversary goes. If they do another, oh hey, we're gonna do a bunch of events that get you free dragons, free chrono crystals, but you have to do like this Dragon Ball thing like they did last time, where you had to go on Discord and try and find somebody to trade scans with you that were in your region. If they pull that again, I'm probably just gonna be done, because that's not gonna lie, guys. They make it way too overcomplicated versus Dokkan, where it's like, hey, log in, answer this question. Oh look, here's stones. So, um, whether or not I continue playing Legends is going to be highly consistent on that. Again, Legends does have a decent percent chance to pull a unit, but because there's 2 of them, you tend to go harder for that unit, because you have to remember that if it was 1 unit at a 2% chance, it'd be a lot easier. But because it's 2 units and you might want one or both, you tend to go a lot harder. And this is not even adding in LF units, which in Dokkan does not have that lowered rate. And I don't know if Seven Deadly Sins does. I know they have like 1 unit that was really good, but at the moment, Seven Deadly Sins does not have a lowered rate for a specific unit, and the LF unit at being a 0.25% chance is definitely meant to try and get people to spend money. So I'm going to leave it there, guys. I hope you found this video informative. Keep an eye out for more giveaways, more gameplays, and I will see you guys in the next video. Secret to Your Lane, signing out.